What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Becky Lynch's final match, Tony Khan unhappy with AEW offer, is Adam Copeland injured, some fans didn't see this on Raw, is another WWE contract coming to an end, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now, as always, won't recap the show, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good is number 1, how much more can Otis take? Is Otis coming to his senses and ditching Chad Gable? Well, the fascinating storyline played out further last night as Otis once again gave in to Gable, but for a moment looked like he might become his own mind. Although Sami Zayn hasn't been able to break through to Otis, it's inevitable, and with Maxine Dupree also tiring of Chad's verbal abuse, she could play a role in the turn, perhaps even leading to a romance angle with Otis. Come on, he bagged Mandy Rose, so it's possible. Number 2, stellar steel cage match. Last night's steel cage match was a proper send-off for Becky Lynch, whose WWE contract is reportedly coming to an end 1st June. Despite losing, Lynch still looked strong due to Dominic Mysterio accidentally slamming the door on Lynch's face, if it indeed was an accident. Morgan looked good in the ring, but it's hard to assess her skills as she's largely been placed in matches with strong workers. Number 3, Kaiser vs Sheamus could be good. Ludwig Kaiser vs Sheamus is a program that could light up the undercard this summer. Kaiser seems ready for a push, while Sheamus is still at a level where he can be seen as a viable opponent. Sheamus is no longer a main eventer, but he's a plausible upper card talent, as long as the WWE is careful with how they use him. But it could be used to elevate Kaiser if the two work a proper program. Their matches should be outstanding, and the only unknown element is whether the WWE can book them in a way that makes their rivalry seem competitive. Number 4, Lyra Valkyria shines. The WWE chose poorly by having Lyra Valkyria job to Nia Jax, but at least Lyra's push isn't over. She earned an impressive win over Kairi Sane, which hopefully will lead to more wins and a strong push. Otherwise, what's the point of giving her wins over top stars if she's not going to be used properly? Number 5, Bron Breakker Berserker Rage. Looks like Adam Pearce pressed Bron Breakker's Berserk button, sending the always volatile monster into a frenzy. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce suspending Bron obviously did nothing, and given Pearce's track record, it's unlikely he'll be able to do anything to control him, which should make for entertaining television as he runs roughshod on Raw. And more matches make for a better show. Raw provided hope for fans tired of Triple H's unwillingness to book more matches on Raw. While there's no magic number for how many matches there should be on a 3-hour show, last night's set of 7 did the trick. Every match meant something, with majority forwarding storylines, and every match was entertaining, which is everything you can ask for. If the game starts booking more matches on PLEs, he might be able to develop his undercard without spending 12 months on a storyline. That was the good. What about the bad? Is number 1, Final Testament vs New Day doesn't look promising. Is the Final Testament vs New Day going to be any good? The in-ring action is sure to deliver, but storyline-wise, the WWE has given fans no reason to think that this will be anything that leaves their jaws dropping. As talented as Karrion Kross is, both in the ring and on the microphone, his shtick of trying to corrupt a wrestler only for them to tell him off is tired. If the WWE wants to make this work, they'll have to try something new, whether it's a new approach to Kross's usual mind games or having Xavier Woods turn heel, the latter being unlikely. And number 2, Gunther Priest confrontation was weak. Last night's confrontation between Gunther and World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest was weak on several levels. First, Gunther's promo skills are limited as his entire gimmick is that he does his talking when he wrestles. Second, Damian Priest is still walking the fence between babyface and heel, which means fans get a watered down version whenever he's in the ring. He's heel enough that he still brings backup, but he's also got enough babyface that he won't do anything underhanded like take Gunther out before he becomes a threat. Lastly, Drew McIntyre's presence seemed like an afterthought, but there was no downright ugly. Raw was a good follow-up to King and Queen of the Ring, with matches and segments that followed up storylines from the PLE, began the build-up for Clash at the Castle, and did anyone catch JD McDonough actually talking to Liv Morgan in the background? Yeah, he got caught in 140p. What'd you guys think of the Red Brand last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Our first story looks at was that Becky Lynch's final match. On top of today's news is the mystery of Becky Lynch's future in the WWE. By now you've likely heard that the man's current WWE deal is expiring soon, June 1st according to recent reports, and that she and WWE haven't reached a new deal. And let's look at the latest surrounding Becky's wrestling future, beginning with a report from Pro Wrestling Torch's Wade Keller that Becky is not, according to what she's telling people in WWE, going to AEW imminently. Instead, multiple sources with insights into her situation indicate that she is taking a hiatus. We're not aware whether this is to spend more time at home and take a break from the grind, or if it's out of frustration with a current offer from WWE. Keller also commented that Lynch's loss strongly suggests a new deal hasn't been reached. As for what type of contract Lynch could get, Fightful notes, Lynch is expected by many in the industry to get the biggest offer of any woman in pro wrestling history. If the rumors of AEW President Tony Khan backing up a dump truck full of money to Mercedes Moné's house are true, you can expect Lynch to get the same treatment. Will the WWE match any big offer Lynch gets from AEW? Not necessarily, as while the WWE will presumably give Lynch financial incentive to stay in WWE, it may feel it doesn't want to get into a costly bidding war and that there are tangibles that Lynch will consider, such as her husband Seth Rollins being signed to WWE and a long-term association with the company. But in case you missed Raw, Becky had an interesting interaction with Lara Valkyria, offering the 27-year-old star this advice: keep winning or learning until it's time to walk away. Becky teased fans with a photo showing her walking in the backstage area along with this comment, "To be continued." She also gave what seemingly was a goodbye after the cage match. Lynch is keeping fans guessing, and it's in her interest to keep the WWE guessing, as this is likely the biggest opportunity in her career to earn the biggest payday of her life. At 37, she's still in her prime and has never been more popular. Next up, Tony Khan unhappy with AEW offer? A new report suggests Tony Khan is unhappy with the current offer Warner Bros. Discovery is making for the rights to continue airing AEW programming. Puck News recently wrote, "I'm told the exclusive window closes in July and AEW leader Tony Khan is said to be disappointed with the offer currently on the table. Khan also surely knows that Zaz losing the NBA would give AEW more leverage, even though the money to re-up AEW is a mere drop in the NBA bucket. If the window closes without a deal, others could swoop in for those rights, as Comcast has done with NBA. Extra awkward because WBD is said to own a stake in the league. However, Meltzer raised an interesting point in last week's Observer suggests that WBD losing the NBA may not be as good for All Elite as some people believe. One person whose past includes bringing and running pro wrestling to a new station told us WBD affiliate fees are contractually tied to having NBA rights. Losing those rights will trigger a renegotiation and reduction of current fees. AEW is not big enough to drive affiliate fees. WWE actually is, but only recently. Now, if Meltzer's source is correct, WBD won't have the same revenue as it did with the NBA, which conceivably could lead to less money offered to AEW. Only time will tell, but with WBD's exclusive rights to negotiate with AEW expiring in July, it'll be interesting to see if anyone makes the promotion a better offer. Next up, Adam Copeland injured. Now, Tony Khan may have another reason to be unhappy, as a new report from PW Insider indicates Adam Copeland may have been hurt during his brutal bout against Malachi Black at Double or Nothing. As reported yesterday, Copeland took a sick bump during the match where he jumped off the top of the steel cage, landing on both feet. And now PW Insider is reporting there was a rumor being bounced around among WWE talent at Raw yesterday that Copeland broke his leg in the spot coming off the top of the barbed wired steel cage versus Malachi Black. But we've been unable to confirm that this is actually the case. Within AEW circles, there was concern he had instead suffered a knee injury, but there's been no word behind the scenes as to any sort of official diagnosis. However, in an update, Adam Copeland just posted on social media and confirmed he has fractured his tibia and he will require surgery.
I've been feeling really good lately. Been having so much fun in the ring, and I got cocky, I guess is what it really boils down to. And my brain forgets what my body always seems to remember a little late, is that I'm 50. I need to make better choices. So my body pulled the emergency brake on me the other night, and I ended up fracturing my tibia, which is going to require surgery. Don't know the time frame on that yet. I'll find out the time frame kind of next week and everything. Yeah, sorry.
Wishing all the best to Adam Copeland. Next up, Raw ended early for some. And did someone drop the ball by cutting off Raw before a major moment? Raw ended on a torrid note as Liv Morgan planted a big kiss on Dominic Mysterio after his apparently accidental aid to Morgan during a steel cage match against Becky Lynch. Unfortunately, Raw ended early, leading to some fans on social media to see Morgan stun Dirty Dom with a lip lock. However, just as some fans wondered how much of an accident it was that Dom helped Liv win her past 2 matches against Becky Lynch, fans are also skeptical whether Raw ended before the big Morgan Mysterio moment or this was a ploy to drive up WWE's social media numbers. Dirty Dom tweeted about the kiss, posting a not so suitable for work reaction from Kermit the Frog. Only one witty ex-user tweeted that SummerSlam will feature a ladder match between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan for the custody of Dominic, a throwback to Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero's 2005 SummerSlam match for the custody of Dominic. And finally, Dijak done with WWE? And last but not least, is Dijak done with WWE? As Fightful Select's Corey Brennan is reporting, Fightful Select has learned that Dijak was planned for main event as of this morning. There's just over a month left on his current contract. Like most WWE talent, he has plenty to offer, but the WWE's overloaded roster means fewer opportunities, and TKO Holdings may feel there's no reason to keep him around when there are so many other talents available. What do you guys think? Should he re-up with WWE? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.